Greetings, fellow gamers. Here we are, back for another Call of Duty, and this edition is Infinity Ward's latest offering, Call of Duty Ghosts. I had the chance to play Ghosts at Eurogamer on Xbox One emulators, and the game was looking amazing. The hit detection was good, but after playing Ghosts a while now since its release, I'm just not so sure about it. The problem with Call of Duty is it's one of the most stalest franchises I've ever known, and I only started from Black Ops 2, so imagine how people who started from the Modern Warfare days, or even the World at War days, or the first couple of Call of Duties feel. That being said, that doesn't mean it's not fun, as hours were spent on Black Ops 2 playing the likes of Domination, Kill Confirmed, and Team Deathmatch. Black Ops 2 wasn't a great game. It was riddled with far too many problems, such as the hit detection being iffy, and the small maps meaning SMG dominance and shotguns, well, the Remington at least, were the heavily favoured weapons, but overall it was still fun for a new person like me to come into, with plenty of calling cards and emblems to collect. After heading straight to multiplayer and ignoring the "it's advisable to play squad modes first" message, I was ready to go, and I really struggled with it at first, which really annoyed me, because I felt I should have been better, especially as I'd gotten really decent on Black Ops 2, and I'd played a bit of this game previously, but nope, it threw me right out with major, I don't want to say flaws, but that is what some people will take it as, but ho-hum. The first and probably my most major problem was the speed in which you die. It completely threw me off, because I went back to play Black Ops 2 the other day, and my goodness, it takes an age just to drop someone. I think it was due to hit detection issues, so 8 of your 11 bullets you were firing in Black Ops 2 weren't really registering, but here it just seems like the shots are hitting, but you just have no time to react after being shot though. And I'm hoping it's a simple case of patching it and then things may be a bit playable, but as it stands, certain perks that I would have used in Black Ops 2 seem pointless now. Like, toughness in Black Ops 2 was a must-have or you were screwed, unless you were packing a Remington shotgun, which then it becomes a red screen gun. Its equivalent focus in Ghosts almost does the same thing according to the description, but because you only get less flinch if you're aiming down sights, but I'll wait for Drifter's in-depth review on it to clarify. It seemed pointless to have it, seeing as by the time you realise you're being shot at, when that first bullet hits, you're already dead. The game does have other flaws, like the absurdly large and spacious maps, which while I've gotten sort of used to, the spawn system is complete junk right about now. No way in any game should I have ever spawn in an enemy's point of view. It ruins it, and it's completely bullcrap. While we're on the topic of maps, the colour palette used in Ghosts really is annoying, as it seems like they only chose grey or beige, which leads to maps like Octane, Tremor, Freight, Siege, Warhawk, Overlord, Chasm, Flooded and Strike Zone all looking very, very similar to each other, with barely any way of telling them apart. Don't get this confused with me saying the maps are bad, it's just merely the maps are visually similar and the player models do not really pop out that well on them. After all, there is a reason why Aftermath was hated by everyone on Black Ops 2. And I've come to miss the variety of maps on Black Ops 2, with most of the maps taking place in somewhat distinguishable, if not logical places. Ghosts removed a lot of stuff from previous Call of Duties, from certain game modes like Ground War, Hardpoint, Headquarters, and added a new spawn trap, buff up your KDR game mode called Blitz to replace Demolition. Calling cards and challenges are now removed in favour of Operations, which is a confusing mess and isn't that well explained, but it allows you to earn squad points to unlock weapons, perks, score streak, etc. But it just makes everything take much longer to unlock. But of course, with removals there are some additions, such as new game modes like Blitz, Cranked, Hunted and Search and Rescue, with Search and Rescue being an incredibly enjoyable experience as opposed to Search and Destroy, which I hated because it slowed the game down far too much for my liking. Oh, but how is Search and Rescue different? Well, quite simply, it's what Kill Confirmed is to Team Deathmatch. It speeds it up a little bit more by adding another layer of strategy to the game, by making you have to collect the tags, otherwise they can respawn. Sure, you'll get campers and people that try to go against the spirit of the game, but overall, I think it's a very good addition. If I had to sum up what Call of Duty Ghosts was about, I'd say it was about trying to take everything that was broken in Black Ops 2 and completely nerf it the other direction. It seems to be a game where they have added a really cool feature or made a logical change, but it's counterbalanced by something stupid. For example, UAVs in the sky are a thing of the past and replaced by SATCOMs on the ground, which, okay, makes sense because of the overpowering effect of the UAVs, but now it just seems worthless because you need at least two to have any sort of radar sweep effect, and they're destroyed far too easily as well. There's also less emphasis on air support, what with the amount of ways you can get rid of battle hinds and helo pilots, scouts. There's the speed in which you die, making focus useless. There's removing tactical insertions but having terrible spawns. Nerfing the trophy system so it deflects a maximum of 2 projectiles, but making lethals and tacticals almost worthless so no one even uses them in the first place. Removing small and claustrophobic maps in favour of larger ones, but having no ground war game mode. Making footsteps louder, but now it's almost impossible to storm and clear out a building if someone is sound whoring in there. This review does seem like it's putting down Ghosts, but the truth is it's not that bad. I said the same about Black Ops 2 when I reviewed that, and yet I ended up playing many hours on it, but that's because once you got good and familiar with how Black Ops 2 worked, it was more enjoyable. No doubt the same will happen here, but there's just so much missing that for me Ghosts doesn't feel like a progression from Black Ops 2, but rather an alternate interpretation. I suppose I'll have to wait for Treyarch's next offering to truly see that, but in the meantime I'm just gonna sit back, relax and just have fun with Ghosts, because it really is fun. It's just a shame that that fun is spoiled when you have moments like these. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, it is very much appreciated. Take care of yourself, and Silver Assassin out.